Hello everyone, welcome to VMware Arena YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to explain three different methods to enable Hyper-V on your Windows 10 machine or laptop. So we can enable Hyper-V on your Windows 10 machine to run the virtual machines in top of it. So I will explain the three different methods to enable the Hyper-V on your Windows 10 machine. Before we get started, please do subscribe to VMware Arena YouTube channel and we'll get started. So there are some of the prerequisites before we enable the Hyper-V on your Windows 10 machine. Your Windows 10 machine, either it should be an Enterprise Edition or Pro Edition or Education Edition. I'm running on Pro Edition, then I'm good to enable Hyper-V. Apart from your OS edition, you should have your CPU should support the Intel VT technology, which is nothing but a virtualization technology. To check this, go to your task manager under the performance under CPU. You can see there is an option called virtualization. If it is enabled, then we have our Intel VT technology enabled, and you should have a minimum of 4 GB a memory should be fine. And Hyper-V role cannot be installed on Windows 10 Home Edition. So if you have a Home Edition, consider upgrading it to Pro. Let's start with the first method. The first method, we are going to enable the Hyper-V using Windows features option. Just go to search and type turn Windows feature on or off. This wizard will open. So basically this will allow us to enable or disable the features like Windows features on Windows 10 machine. So here I'm selecting Hyper-V. So basically it installs the Hyper-V management tools and Hyper-V platform. So under the Hyper-V management tool, it will install the GUI management tools such as Hyper-V Manager and Hyper-V module for PowerShell. So we can manage our Hyper-V things from your PowerShell. And Hyper-V platform includes your real Hyper-V hypervisor and services related to the hypervisor. Click on OK. So it will start the installation. It takes few minutes to complete the installation. We need to reboot our Windows 10 machine for the changes to take effect. So since I'm recording, I'm not going to restart now. I'm going to pause it and restart and come back and show whether like we have the Hyper-V service enabled or not. So my installation is completed. So it gives you the option restart now or don't restart. I'm not going to restart it now. So we need to have to restart our Windows 10 machine for this changes to take effect and Hyper-V to enabled in our Windows 10 machine. So I'm clicking on don't restart now. I'll pause the video. I'll restart and come back. So my restart is completed. Let's validate it from Windows features whether we have the Hyper-V enabled it or not. Open up the same Windows turn on features and see expand the Hyper-V. Now I have my Hyper-V management tool installed and Hyper-V platform also installed on my Windows 10 machine. Let's validate it from Hyper-V manager. Just go to search and type for Hyper-V. It's list out your Hyper-V manager. So Hyper-V manager is a tool where we can manage a multiple Hyper-V machines in a centralized console. This allows us to create on virtual machines and configure networks, edit disk. All these things can be performed from Hyper-V manager. This is some example of creating virtual machine. So we can create a virtual machine. Yes. So the Hyper-V is enabled, and the first method we see it from a GUI method from installing Hyper-V on from the Windows features. The second method is a PowerShell. We'll do it via Windows PowerShell. So open up your PowerShell with an administrator. Right click and open your PowerShell with an administrator account because we need a privileges to enable. So there is a command called enable Windows features. Just type enable Windows and tab it. So it pops out. It gives the option of Windows optional feature. And enable, we are enabling it via online method, enable online, and specify feature name. The feature name will be Microsoft Hyper-V. So you have to specify like Microsoft hyper V hyphen all. So it includes all will get all the features like like management tools such as Hyper-V Manager, PowerShell. Everything will be installed when we specify the all option. So it is installing Microsoft Hyper-V on my Windows 10 machine. It takes few minutes, similar to the previous method, and similar to the existing method. We need to reboot our Windows 10 machine for this Hyper-V feature to be enabled. So it will ask whether I want to restart the computer. I'm specifying no. I will go ahead and manually restart and come back. So we'll validate. This is simple method. So it says like restart is needed. True. We have to restart it. I have restarted my Windows 10 machine and logged in back again. Let's validate whether I have a Hyper-V feature enabled or not from the PowerShell as well. So command to validate is get here, get -Windows optional feature -online. Again the same feature name, specify the name of the feature which is Microsoft Hyper-V. You don't need a all parameter here because we are not installing the features. Hit enter. It will show that what is the state, what is the feature name, whether the it is state is enabled or not. All this information will be showing up here. So we have enabled the Hyper-V in our second method via PowerShell, and let's talk about the third method from a typical command prompt. So here we are going to use a DISM command. So DISM is nothing but deployment image servicing and management tool, which is a command line tool which helps us to configure Windows and Windows images. We can use DISM to enable or disable the Windows features on your Windows machines, while whether it is in offline in via images, or we can do it via online when the operating system is running. Same, just open up your command prompt with administrator, type DISM/online. We are performing it on the server which is running online. /enable feature /all will enable all the parent features in the same command. I mean hypervisor, Hyper-V and other management tools. /feature name Microsoft Hyper-V in the same format what we specified in the PowerShell. Hit enter. So it started enabling the feature, the Hyper-V feature. Again, we need a restart after we enable this feature as well. So DISM is one of the excellent tool. Like we can perform, enable or disable a lot of services, and you can customize or configure your Windows and Windows images, even in the offline mode like VST disk files from the disk. So my installation is completed. It asks me whether I want to restart my computer. I hit no. I manually restart. I will go ahead and manually restart my computer. Have restarted the computer. Let's validate the Hyper-V installation from using DISM command as well. Okay, open up the command prompt using administrator account. Uh, just type DISM, the same command. So here a little different parameter /online. We are going to get it from the running operating system. Now get feature information, get feature information /feature name Microsoft Hyper-V. Hit enter. So it will pull up the status about particular Microsoft Hyper-V. So displays it's similar as we saw in the PowerShell. It shows that state is enabled, restart record is possible. We have restarted already. I think this article helps you to understand three different methods to enable Hyper-V. Thank you so much.